And it's great to have you join us. I'm Ladi Williams. Yes, I did say the markets are acting quite dramatic right now. And if we're looking at the oil market now, we're seeing crude prices, they've surged even more than earlier today. Brent crude, $82.81 a barrel, 6.52%. One of the technical strategies I spoke to earlier did see some resistance at about $85 per barrel. That's for Brent crude, but we'll see if we can break through that. WTI crude, $75.90 a barrel, 6.57% there, with WTI hitting multi-year highs. It's all about geopolitics right now, driving sentiment right there in the oil market, and we see natural gas. That's at 315, 6.69% up. It was already on a downtrend before now, breaking below $2 there, but we're seeing that uptick there with natural gas. So let's get a check on the metals market now, and we're seeing gold prices, they've eased today as a stronger dollar pressured the market. Quite surprising for most traders out there, seeing spot gold pulling back. They expected the safe haven trade would dominate today, but that's not happening. Oil is taking the shine at this point. Spot silver, 6.73% down, $82.87. We see platinum, that's down about 7.76%. Palladium, 4.48% of $1,714 per ounce. Copper, down 2.30% of $5.81. So there you have it. That's the color right there, unexpected, on a day when we're seeing escalations there with what's playing out in Iran. Let's see how the top traders are navigating the volatility with oil and gold now. Joining me is Uche Paragon, senior commodity trader, GFT Hedge. Great to have you, Uche.
Thank you so much. Great to have you too, Mr. Williams.
Fantastic. So how is this recent escalation, how's that impacting trade right now?
Yeah, it is basically impacting the commodity market. That's the number one area the market is being affected positively. Let me use the word positively. So it's also impacting the US dollar. So the US dollar is also getting strength, and of course negatively affecting the European stock and the UK stock as well. So the major pressure is strongly on commodity like energy product.
All right, so, looking at what's playing out with oil right now, definitely there's a lot of volatility out there. How do you think, traders are navigating to actually make profit, in the oil market at this point?
Yeah, it's going up because traders are buying. There's a serious buying order happening at the exchange. So that is the reason why the market is going up. And the analysts are expecting the market to surge up to $90 per barrel. Some analysts are also expecting the market to surge up to $120 per barrel. And as I speak to you, there are chances that it will continuously going up because this afternoon, one of the ports in the UAE just got hit by a Iran drone. It's currently on fire, the port of Jeddah or something like that. So, and as long as the escalation is keep continuing within the Middle East, and one thing about it is that it is being targeted not just only on military infrastructure, it is being targeted to, on economic infrastructures. The market will keep pushing, and as the buyers keep buying it, that's why the market keep pushing up.
Right, and I'm sure the bears in the markets, that's those that expect prices to come, crumbling down. They'll be watching this market closely. What is the word that could come now that could make shorters come into this market and say, we see oil coming down?
The thing that may cause the market price to drop is one, if the escalation reduce, like for example, the United States said that they are open for more dialogue with Iran, but Iran said no, they're not interested in any dialogue, so there are chances of escalation continue. And the Strait of Hormuz is technically blocked. Officially, it's not announced, but it's actually blocked. But so if there's any announcement that maybe they will say, okay, economic activities can flow properly, then the price of oil will drop. Another thing that could cause the price to drop is if the U.S. and their allies open their petroleum reserve, those petroleum products that they put on reserve, if they're able to open it up to the market, it could now signal more supply to the market, and the market price may most likely drop. So these are the factors that could make it to drop. But for now, if those factors are not in place, there are chances that the market will keep rising. and the people will keep buying. And of course, it will get to the point it may cause more of economic crisis globally.
All right, but let's look at one asset class that's normally the darling, for the safe haven trade. That's talking about gold and silver. There's escalation, but gold is falling. Did you expect that?
Yeah, I technically expected that because I'm very grounded in gold. As you know, I specialize more on commodities like oil and gas and gold. So gold is dropping because dollar is gaining a lot of weight. So most investors are pushing more of their orders to dollar to secure it. So you know that once there's a tension, global tension, it will always affect dollar positively. Dollar will keep rising. So that is one of the reasons why gold is dropping as I speak to you now. And some countries may find it more expensive to buy. But technically it's supposed to rise because you know that Middle East has a lot of gold mining companies and they're also one of the biggest gold producers. But these are one of the major factors that is pushing it down because of dollar is gaining strength a lot. So some investments are pushing back to dollar.
Right, quite interesting because, normally when you see a dollar actually gaining strength, that normally also impacts, the oil market, but it's not affecting oil at this point. Talk to me about your advice for traders, right now. We know the traders are out there trying to make longs or shorts at this point. What resistance are you seeing for Brent crude at this point, and what support are you seeing for gold?
When it comes to a volatile market that has to do with war, natural disaster, especially war, the resistance there is limited because all resistance on oil is broken. So gold still have resistance around 5,600 or something. So there's a strong resistance within that area. But on oil, the only resistance we can low hold on is fundamental resistance. When there are fundamental issues coming in, like decision making concerning the escalation of the conflict, then we can now talk of resistance. For now, there's no resistance. It has broken all resistance capacities. So the market will keep scaling. So anybody who's a trader or an investor, I would just advise them to stick to the risk aspect of it because volatile market always come with risk. So any slightly change can come at any particular time, just like what happened last year in July when there was escalation within the Middle East when the Iran nuclear site was bombed. So the market went up within a short period of time and also came down within a short period of time. So the risk management should be in place for all traders globally. And also, there's no chances of getting any resistance at the moment, apart from fundamental resistance that may come later.
All right, all resistance off there. Thank you so much. Uche Paragon is a senior commodity trader at GFT Hedge. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you so much for having me.